Picard Season 3, Episode 6. Come for the LaForge reunion. Stay for Verklempt City. Hey, it is Dr. Trek, Larry Nemecek, coming at you from the heart of Trekland and letting the dust settle just a bit on all the Trek headlines so that instead of a quick take or a hot take, you get a second opinion from Dr. Trek. Hey, I have been writing, editing, interviewing, hosting, witnessing, dot connecting, archiving, and fanning Star Trek for a while now. And I just wanted to say, first off, for those keeping score at home, we're now 3 days away from Pioneer Day. Remember at the beginning of the season, we were a week away, according to the Admiral, give or take some rounding there. But now we're at 3 days. But then by the end of this episode, The Bounty, we're down to 48 hours. That's 2 days. Now, what is the crux of the season going to be? Apparently, it's going to be Pioneer Day. Exactly what's going to happen at Pioneer Day, aside from the parade of starships? Well, I think we found the crux of the season. That and apparently Jack Crusher. Also, for you timekeepers, number one, Raffi and Seven have been apart for about a year, and Vadic has stolen her weapon from Daystrom Station a few months ago, just to keep things in perspective here on the time clock. Some first impressions. Wow, Vadic dispatching her little negative Nelly crewman there. Shades of Lord Kruge doing away with his helmsman in Star Trek 3, maybe? And what is our new category for the Poetic Shapeshifter of the Year award? Wow, talk about some dark verse there from Vadic. Did anybody else feel the electricity of the moment with the Worf and Raffi beam in? I mean, it was like that scene, with everything else that's already happened, that scene just lifted the energy level. I don't know if it was getting Riker and Worf back together in the same room, as we see later, or what was going on. It was just palpable, don't you think? And Geordi's on their way. I mean, all I could think about was Jedha back on Regular One in the Wrath of Khan. I mean, I know Terry said this was an homage to the original series movies, but come on. It was amazing. And how great was it again to get a good old-fashioned Star Trek action ship escape sequence? You know, a beam away and fight naked. Shields down, I mean. Come on, shields down's what I mean. But I mean, really, this episode has it all. Okay, let's start. Daystrom Station, or Daystay, as I like to call it. My gosh, what do we have? The Genesis device. Kirk's body? Kirk's remains? They beamed him out from under the pile of rocks on Viridian 3? Oh, Section 31, you've just got too much dark money budget. Oh, a genetically modified Tribble. Okay, cute bit there. After Edward, I'll believe anything. A Borg vinculum, which was way in the back and really vaguely noticed, although the clips are showing it up. When you get really honed in, you can take a look at the Kirk panel, and there's something mysteriously referred to as Project Phoenix. Project Phoenix! Are you kidding me? What are we going back to? Are we going back to 70s book canon? Stay tuned, kids. This could get weird. This could get real weird. Okay. Even before Moriarty, though, how many of you had a red alert go off with the Crow? Going back to Birthright Part 1, huh? Okay. Then from Daystay to the Fleet Museum. And with Terry Battalis out there playing New Jersey homeboy. Very cute, NCC 1975. We see you. But all of those ships, I mean, really, between Daystrom Station and this, it's like, and you get a ship in the theme in the fields, and you get a ship in the theme in the fields, and you get... Oh, the show, I mean, it was inevitable. Sure, yeah, you got Kirk's A, you got the Defiant, you got Voyager, and this time accompanied with Seven's, gut-wrenching little soliloquy there. It was an amazing moment. I never felt any modern Star Trek had reached out to as much of the fandom as you would have. That was an amazing moment. But speaking of the themes, Worf's beam in. Can I back up? Worf's beam in. That Klingon theme. Now look, people have been praising the music mix here and bringing in all the themes and lights and touches, and it's wonderful. But of all of that, seriously, the original series and the motion pictures themes, I don't want to say they blur together for me, but I know they feel right and they bring a tear to me eye and all of that. But you know what? It always makes me sit up and take notice is Goldsmith's original Klingon theme, the three Katingas coming right at you at the opening of the motion picture. And every time now we get Worf, like this episode, when there's a Worf moment and you get back the da, 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 da moment, and I'm there for that. The Klingon theme never gets mentioned while we're in the middle of Hornerizing and goldsmithing, but I love it. I love it. Anyway, back to our ship gasm moment. If you dig, you even get Archer's NX-01 in there, so yay Enterprise fans. But did you notice? Have you been paying attention to your socials? It's the refit. It's Doug Drexler's refit. The refit NX-01 with the well-developed secondary hull is now canon. But hey, poke around there. There's all kinds of ships out there. That I'm almost betting that Katinga there behind the bounty, he's got to be Kronos 1. When did we ever get one that was named? I want to know what the hell that Romulan bird of prey is down there. I mean, is it just there as a class example, or is it something specific that we don't know yet? That our boys here and girls are going to make some more cool retro canon. By the way, I want to know what treaty is going on that they convinced the Klingons, much less the Romulans, to give up these historic ships to have on display at the Federation's Fleet Museum. Oh, by the way, not all of the shipgasm is happening at the Fleet Museum. I was sitting there scraping my eyeballs trying to see those initial 3 ships that are chasing after, well, the ghost transponder for the Titan. You can't read them, you can see, but our buddy Dave Blass has since been good enough to reveal that they were all very much lettered. You got your Trumbull, you got your Yorktown, and you got your Mestral. So Mestral, who was one of the Vulcans trapped in the Velcro era, right after Sputnik on Earth from Carbon Creek Enterprise, Mestral's exploits somehow become known. Cool. This episode, this season, this entire season is just yielding decades worth of fan fiction titles and themes still to be written, the demand to be written. One more. Did you see the 2 Echelon ships chasing after them at the, the USS Sternbach? Okay, you know Rick, right? You know Rick. Way before Next Generation and designing ships, he was working on the motion picture along with his shipmate namesake here, Lee Cole, who I was thrilled. There you go. Motion picture graphics book. Both of them working in the art department on the motion picture. Rick famously coming back to work all through Next Generation, et cetera, et cetera. But Lee, who I found out was not male, but female, Lee brought back in to work on the Enterprise art department for a couple of years and was proud and privileged to get to know her then. Yeah, there's your USS Sternbach and your USS Cole, even if they are being crewed apparently by manic shapeshifters now. Okay. I know the ship pornistas are loving that, but hey, there was some actual shipping. There's some actual character stuff going on. That's just the moments. Number one, I mean, these reunion march-ins. We've got almost all the gang together at one point, and these Beverly hugs. Not just the hugs, but did you notice the pacing? Did you notice every one of them got a moment? Beverly and Worf, a little scene. Beverly and Geordi, a scene, a moment. They just let these people resonate. They just let us let these people resonate. It was just a wonder. It really, on reflection, how much of this episode took place in the transporter room. It was kind of amazing. A lot of high drama happening, and we were there for all of it. Even a Seven and Raffi reunion, which told everything you needed to know by the scarcity of their lines to each other. I don't think I don't think the final chapter has been written on that by any means. But oh my God, when you're talking about reunions and take a moment in this episode, nothing beats. And I got to admit, I didn't see it coming until it happened. Nothing beats Geordi's reunion with Data. I mean to tell you, the original buddies of modern Trek, modern Next Generation. Yeah. It really took me back to the part. We didn't have to have the obvious flashback, although it was awesome, of Riker and Data, and yeah, Pop Goes the Weasel. Just the Data Geordi reunion, the original front ops and con chairs, really surprised me in the gravitas of that moment, and just enjoying, after all those other reunions moments in an episode full of them, just the long moment that was allowed to have to marinate. Amazing. Oh, and Jack here, Jack with Uromatic syndrome. Boy, who'd have thought when Ron and Brandon created that for the finale of All Good Things. And by the way, it's not a fake future Q disease. Picard had it. And of course, it was reinforced with his diagnosis in the Picard series. But wow, Jack has come so far. I was teasing his first few appearances. Everything is all about the Jack on the down low. But now this is an excellent episode. He gets to have all kinds of 7 side-eye. It was masterful, don't you think? But boy, the other character bit, I've been enjoying Worf sparking off, but Worf on his own, leading that away mission, that is a relief. I mean, it's so great to have honorific Klingon comedy back. I can't tell you. Don't you think so? Now, I've got some questions. Worf says it's been 11 years, 5 months, and 3 days since he and Picard last saw each other in the flesh. What was going on 11 years, 5 months ago? That would make it 2390? 3 years after the synth attack? Everything's blown up. Picard's back in hiding at Labar working his vineyards. Worf visits him there. He gets a bottle of the bad mead himself, the sour mead. Oh, and I'm just curious. This android M510, we hear that it's Lal, which is awesome, and Borg, and B4, and Soong, and Data. Who's left out? Juliana Tainer, Worf's mother, the basically humanoid adjacent, the best android body up until Picard's Golem. No mention of her. Wonder why. But the real burning question so far this entire season, the real burning question is, who is Mom LaForge that gets referred to here? Both of the daughters' names, they're 2 of the 3 that were given for LaForge's kids. The third one was his son, Brett. In, the fake Q future from All Good Things, the TNG finale. Well, in that case, his wife's name was Leah, as in Brahms. Okay, I'm sure she was widowed or divorced by then. Don't blame me. Ron and Brand did it. Who is Mrs. LaForge now? Okay, we already love this episode for the shipping and the shipping that's going on. All the characters, you know what? It's become less about Picard and even Riker here. The more we've added these later characters on, of course, they're all getting screen time. They're all developing. It's just interesting how everybody's evening up. There's not a star and pecking order and all that. Everybody's being developed and brought in, including the people who we're just now seeing or we're reinventing. But it brought to mind something, of all things, that Moriarty said. He calls them pathetic old warriors. And he's taunting in a way, because he's on their side here, that we don't know at the time, but we do later. But it brings to mind, I saw someone the other day, some fan talking about the difference between the Next Generation cast and the original series cast. That the bulk of the Next Gen cast are now in and around 70. They were already talking about the original series cast getting on up in the movies at 60 and whether they were a little too old in the tooth. I just think it's a great reflection of our time that no one has brought this up. No one has said, oh my God, why are they letting the old fogies run around in this actioner here? No one has said that. It's just amazing to me that it's the Daystrom Station AI, the Moriarty construct, that's the first one to even use a phrase like these old warriors. I just think that's awesome. And even as I'm still contemplating that, what are they doing with all these captains' bodies, Picard's too, did you notice how, yes, Data's vessel is referred to as the Sung android? It's Daystrom Station's Android M510. Android this, Android this. Notice what's missing? No one says the word synth anymore. I'm wondering if, the black eye caused by the synth attack is the way it's been referred to through history now, apparently. Within a year or two, okay, fine. It's been revoked. Everybody's happy with artificial intelligence now and studying it in all its forms. But I wonder if there was like a lasting reverberation that people quit using the term synth and went back to good old Android. Apparently, here in the official records of the the Section 31 deep archives, Android is the way to go. Food for thought. Most of all, how cool is it that out of all this station full of little Section 31 secrets all hidden behind hollow panels and text panels, how cool is it that Data is sitting all out on his own little pedestal in his own little, I don't know, I'm going to say homage to the Generations stellar cartography set, remember? He's sitting out on his own throne like he's the king of Daystrom Station or something. What's even more awesome is watching all of the android characters play across Brent Spiner's face. Yes, when he's Data, we know he's Data. Then he's got Lore's sneer. He's got B4's innocence. He's got Sung's weighty face. I just think it's amazing to watch. The minute they start to play across his features, we know exactly who he's going to be in that moment. It's a tour de force little mini scene. It's just awesome. And it's to have waited 6 episodes to get Brent back with us. This is exactly why we waited. And now Data has projecto-vision. Hey, take that, Marvel DC. By the way, earlier in the episode, Raffi actually says data. Just saying. What's funny is I was so impressed at the end of the episode watching Brent just bring it home. His turn to shine. And I remember thinking, wow, was he in the opening credits? And then, you catch yourself realizing the opening credits are at the close. Is the real reason these opening credits have been at the end, even with all the advanced fanfare, and sure, we knew it was going to be Frakes and it was going to be Gates and it was going to be Michael again. Even knowing all that, did that preserve a little bit of non-spoileriness to know that we don't know who's in the show until the credits roll at the end when it's a moot point? Strategic move. Strategic fan audience move. I get to the end, and here's Marina, here's Troy at the end, and you could see this coming a mile away. What a great little scene for Riker at the end as he defies. It's a good old defy your torturer and your captor's presence. And yeah, another cute reveal for Vadic. My God, she's hysterical. But now she's got backstory coming because she's being pressured by her boss. It's the good old, my God, who does Darth Vader bow down to? So we're going to figure out that mystery. Meanwhile, now we've got Marina, even on remote camera. I mean, my God, who are we missing? Is everybody here now? Are we all here? It's one of those lingering thoughts I had coming out of this episode. And as I began to tally all this up, sure, all the feel-goods with the ships and the characters and the reunions and the meetups and the cool little Easter eggs or whatever you want to call them. And I just think, though, it's very easy to reduce everything down to a paint by number that way. You're enjoying this episode. You're bowled over by this episode. Every episode this year, you think it's the best ever, and then you're surprised by 6. And I'm sure we have 4 more to go. You got to have room to go on your Trek joy meter. And it occurred to me, it's not so much what we're getting here. All these little ship reminders and the feel-good moments and the Defiant, the Voyager, and the A, and the refit NX-01. It's not so much the what's, it's the how. It's the how. So thank you, Terry and staff, for this is the latest segment here this week, for all of our creatives putting time in. So seriously, between the Daystrom Station, Daystay, and and Hangar Bay 12, is that like Hangar 18? And just everything going on back at the Fleet Museum. This really was a Valentine to the fans, a Valentine to all fans. I don't care what your fave was, where you came from, what your slice of enjoying Trek was. This really served it up for everybody. And we still have 4 to go. It's just been an episode that everyone across the board in Trek fandom, anyone who cares about this franchise, can get behind. It was amazing. And I think right there, I better cut it there and sign off on this second opinion. But what do you think? Hey, here's your chance. Comment below, like and subscribe, boost the signal. I dare you. I dare you to subscribe for some Star Trek sanity. Most of all, if you crave more Dr. Trek and our Trekland point of view, I invite you to come over and check out all the Trekland podcasts and live streams and real-life experiences like Trekland Treks day tours of location sites. And yeah, our Portal 47 backstage package globally for fans all around the world all year long. The Trek Files on Tuesdays and Trekland Tuesdays Live. Everything. Check it out at LarryNemecek.com. Trek well, everybody.